Good morning, brothers and sisters. Um, Today, we are very honored to have Brother Chu Jenn Weng with us. Brother Chu is a technopreneur. And he founded ViTrox in year 2000 and listed the company in 2005. From a very humble beginning, the company is now has a market cap of 7 billion. Actually, I know Brother Chu since 2005 when the company was listed. And I've seen ViTrox grown over 15 years. Actually, what impresses me a lot about Brother Chu and ViTrox, it's just, aside from his technology prowess in the tech space, actually it's the adoption of Master Cheng Yen's teaching in the organization. Actually, it's quite amazing that, as you know, ViTrox is a technology company. It deals with futuristic things, and everything is looking forward. And then he merges a futuristic company with a teaching that goes back to 2,500 years ago, and it works. Actually, because we do hear Brother Chu briefing every quarter. Actually, he will share with us his things that happen in the company. Actually, what struck me a lot is that how Brother Chu actually lead the organization, and actually a lot of events that how he applies the teaching in the business. Actually, when especially during the U.S.-China wars, the started, during the Trump time. He said actually he lost a business. Actually, even though he lost because the U.S. company wanted to leave China, and he actually told his staff, although he lost, actually that business.
Mute where? Where do I do mute? I already mute already. What? Where? I didn't say anything. Oh, okay, mute.
Yeah. So actually, that time he lost a very significant contract, and actually it will have an impact on his result, on the company profitability. But what he told his staff is that please help this company what they can do to move up from China back to US. I find that it's really that he is so calm that he can ask his staff to do what is necessary to help others rather than taking care of his own what will happen to the contract. But actually in return, I think this company appreciates what he has done, and actually in return he gave him more contracts when they went back to US. Actually, there are so many interesting things that in this company, and actually the other thing is that it's also the first company that adopts a free vegetarian meals in the organization. Yeah. So okay. Also another thing is that which very important is that Mr. Chu has planned for the next 10 years. Actually, he wanted to use technology to benefit mankind. Okay, without further ado, I will pass it on to Brother Chu.
Thank you, Sister Susan. Honorable Master from the Jinsi Abroad, all the brothers, sisters from all around the world, a very good morning and a good day to you. I'm a Brother Chu, and 上人给我的法号是伟毅, and I'm also the co-founders and CEO of ViTrox Corporation. It is my great honor to be here this morning joining the Dharma sharing in English for the first time. And my sharing for today is about spiritual cultivation at workplace, where my Sijie and I apply what we learned from Shangren and many Tzu Chi brothers and sisters about Buddhism in action to our company since 2010 when I first met Tzu Chi. This move led to a very positive transformations in our company culture, people, business, and the overall company directions. So today I will spend about an hour with you to share about how we turn our factories into a place for spiritual cultivation by creating and practicing a corporate humanistic culture that's similar to Tzu Chi way and based on universal principles and values. So let me first introduce about ViTrox. ViTrox was founded back in year 2000 by me and two former colleagues, Brother Sal and Brother Yo. ViTrox is now the world-leading company providing the most advanced, innovative, and cost-effective machine vision solution to the semiconductor backend and electronic industry around the world. Our solutions helps customers to automatically detect and inspect manufacturing defects in very high speed and high accurate manner without any intervention of human being, hence significantly improve manufacturing yield and output. As you can see here, these are some of the products that we have made over the years. That include of a very sophisticated equipments and machines that come with software. Oh, I just realized that my screen doesn't actually. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, this is the companies. I think these are our solutions that actually consist of very sophisticated machines, electronic cards, of course, the software that drive with the AI engine, and so on and so forth. And all was done internally by our engineers, including the R&D, innovation, and manufacturing capabilities. And today, we have about 8 R&D sites in all around the world with a HQ and headquarters Malaysia. And we have sales and support sites all over the world in 40 over countries. And today we have about 600 customers globally. And over the years, we have won many awards since the IPO of the company in 2005. Very quick introductions today, like what Chu Jenn said, this is based on the numbers as of 25th of February this year. The company market cap is billion, and now with a shareholder equity of about 540 million, with nearly 800 over people. It's still considered a small companies, but we applied to be the Malaysian technology companies that pretty much focus on research and development and how technology can bring goods to our customers and in general the humankind. Since the beginning of year 2000, the company was started because of my interest in photography, that I found that cameras can be installed on machine and help the machine to do things that can do sophisticated things that humans are not able to do. And then fast forward, we able to list the company in 2005. Just 5 years we founded the companies, and overnight I turned to become a multi-millionaire in the age of about 35 years old. And then we started to expand, but you can see that the share price or the company share price and market cap is actually remain quite stagnant since the IPO, and the big changes come in the years of 2015. Then we see a big ramp up, and until today, the company is worth about 8.5 billion. When we see customers keep on coming back to purchase our equipment, and our business naturally grows significantly. So what are the key changes that we have done over the years to see this significant growth in the business? So I must say that there's an incident, an event that happens back in 2009, where it's totally changed and transformed the company cultures and the directions that I'm going to share more with you today. Since the company went for IPO in 2005, we still continued to do well in the first 3 years. And at the same time, as you can see here, We received so many awards, and to be very honest with you, I personally received award from 4 different prime ministers in Malaysia in the past. As you can see from the photo here, and I was also selected as the youngest Ernst & Young Technology Entrepreneur of the Year. This is some of the achievement that I have made before I even turned 40 years old. But the good times, certainly stopped back in 2008, where we see that the business is actually experienced some downturn due to the very unfavorable market condition. Then this leads to many problems in the company where we saw people leaving, and I was also forced to travel more frequently to overseas to find and meet customers. There are times where I have to attend to many lunch, dinner with customers and entertainment such as going to pubs and karaoke until midnight. I was drunk, I was vomiting, and then I start to realize that though I have a lot of money, but I have so many problems in my head. Deep inside myself, I feel so lonely and empty. Then I ask myself, if this is the life and the company that I wanted to build and work for the rest of my life. And I was so grateful that before I turned 40 years old, I met Master Chen Yan. It was the greatest moment in my life when I was so uncertain of what I'm going to do in the next 10 years when I turned 40 years old. And there's one day, one of the friends of my Tzu Chi, and told us that Tzu Chi actually have this humanities teaching school, Sunday school. Would you like to bring your children to the school? And at that time, we thought that since my 2 daughters are still very young and we want them to study some Buddha teaching, and so that they have be able to grow a better morale when they're growing up. So we decided to join Tzu Chi at that time, and then we found that we are not just sending our daughters to the school, but we personally, me and my Tzu Chi, will have to attend to the Sunday teaching as well. And this is where I started to know about Tzu Chi and all the touching and inspiring story and things that Tzu Chi volunteer have done in the past, and listen to master teachings, and I started to know more about Buddhism in actions. And as you can see here, when we joined the Sunday school, there are so many events that we learned about compassion and wisdom, and we have opportunity to bring our kids, our children, to help the needy in many occasions. And we found joy. We found some things that very different from what I personally have achieved in the past. Even though we make millions, wealthy, but we feel lonely and emptiness. But certainly we found some things very joyful, especially when we go out to help people that desperately need help. That really changed my life and changed how I see life. And then I started to think, how can I share all these wonderful wisdoms and practice to the people around me, and especially my co-worker, my teammate, my companies. So I'm on the exploration stage, and something happens. In 2010, I attended the Jingsi Entrepreneur Learning Camp, and this is where, when business persons and entrepreneur ask Master, how do you manage so many volunteers? And Master said, she don't know about any management techniques, but he managed with love and take precepts as systems And also during this entrepreneur learning camp, I got to understand deeply in the Tzu Chi medical missions that are actually people-oriented and patient-centric philosophy. And then I started to think, if a companies can run like a Tzu Chi hospitals that put people first, put customer first, would that able to transform the organizations? And also, if you look at the Tzu Chi medical mission is to safeguard and protect life, health, and love. For a business entity, can we have a missions, a visions that really help humankind? So that's come to my mind, that, and I continue to search and found books by our medicals, Tzu Chi medical CEO, Brother Lim. He wrote a book called Manage with Love, and I found so many good and variables, ways of making a companies to be able to sustain for a very long time. And it's about core value, and it's also about the 6 essence of corporate sustainability. You should get one of these books. And after that, I'm trying to, from what I learned from Tzu Chi and from the master teachings, I and my sister, my Sije, we all come together and see how we can put this into actions. How can we actually build a corporate that actually like a pro-stream and people-oriented? And we also learned that like what Chen Master mentions, that giving reaps the biggest returns. How can we actually put people first, and put a customer first rather than just focus on making money from the customers? And that will, we believe that that will actually lead to a long-term sustainability of a business, because a company have something valuables to be given to others, to our customers. Like what the founders of ESSA said, we need to benefit others, then we can be benefited. That is very similar to what Master Chen said, giving reaps the biggest returns. And with that, we review and we look back at our company vision and visions in our pursuit to be a world-leading company providing total machine vision solutions. We will also look at the original intention, why this system is needed by the customer. And then we've realized that there are millions of waste are created every day by ignorance and imperfections in our current manufacturing processes. And all these mirrors and materials used in all these electronic gadgets is actually came from our mother natures. And many of them are actually being wasted. So certainly we found that our technologies, a vision inspection, a camera that mounted on the machines are able to help the machine to identify defects when it's still small and when the volume is still low. And with that, we are able to eliminate all these waste by identify the defects at the source. And with that, we can help to preserve our mother nature's materials. We can't stop our customers not to build products, but our aim is through technologies, we hope we can help to minimize or reduce this kind of waste so that we can preserve the environment more. There's one time when I came back to Hualien meeting masters, and I told master what we have done. I told them that we make a very sophisticated, automated, and advanced machine. He listens to me, and then she said, when you touch on this machine, this machine is very cold. Your job is to make the machine warm. Certainly, I was so inspired that I believe that if I found the future directions of my companies, it is how to transforming a cold matter to a machine that bring good to humankind. We have the technologies of making good robots. We can build artificial intelligence system. We can make the machine to see things that human being not able to see. But how can we put all this together and help the world to become a better place? So certainly I found a new purpose, a new vision for the companies. And in the pursuit, we also come up with our own core values that guide us through. because this is the soft power that we believe will actually not going to change over a long period of time, that can unite everyone in the companies to work towards the common directions and provide directions and visions to our team. And this core value is pretty similar to what I learned from Tzu Chi, where we put the integrity on Chinese, we call it 诚真信实, and accountability, courage, trust, respect, gratitude, and care. And this is not came out from me, but from 50 over leaders in ViTrox. After I explained to them how Tzu Chi run and how Master Chen Yan want to make this world a better place, and then we think about what is really important to us and to integrate some of the really master teachings into our core value. As you can see here, 诚正信实感恩尊重爱 is all encompassed into our core value, and that has become the most important things in our organizations, and we call it the IACDG. It's the first capitals of each of these core values. And to us internally, we call this as a mental cultivation. This is our Xingfa, and it's centered on manage with love and with care. And on the perceived side, we thought that we cannot use the 5 perceived from Buddha, but I think we consciously know what we should not do as a corporation, and that become our precept in the organizations. Do not cheat, and do not blame, do not gossip, do not give up, do not criticize, and do not complacent. So we use all these are words, but how can we turn all these words into the actions? And then we come this together and become our operating system, where we believe that, and we envision and we aim to ensure that everyone's come to our companies will be able to turn into the whole person paradigms, where they are able to live happily with a healthy body and able to learn, able to love and care others, and at the end of the day, able to leave a legacy. And our jobs in ViTrox is to see how to bring them to from the physiological need into a self-actualization through various actions that we do over the years. So in a nutshell, what we do is to transforming values into actions in 3 aspects. First is on the body side, to live and to learning. On the mind, to love and to care, compassion for our own self and others, and last but not least is to leave a legacy to grow wisdom. So let me run a little bit faster now. So we have done so many things, including the basics, to offer compensations and pay that are above the market rate, and give constant recognitions to our people, to learning and sharing, and also to make sure that everyone have a physical and mental health. I skip this. These are some of the implementations, how we look for talents and how we evaluate talents in the companies. And we've emphasized a lot in learning and sharing. So we organize different types of learning sessions so that everyone can share. This is like our volunteers morning assembly, where all of us are able to share the touching IACDG story, the findings, and so on and so forth. We care a lot about our people, constantly, regularly, we conduct a medical checkup for our peoples, making sure that everyone is healthy. This is the basic thing, and we at the same time also form and different types of interest club within the organization, so that people can engage beyond work. Through this engagement, we bring up the volunteerism among them, let them to start some with what they like to do. For example, some people like to do charity. We have this charity club, so that can actually help the company to organize all kinds of charity event. And we have people that like to cook and like to plant veggies, so we all gather them together and do these things, and then they put their own efforts into it. And we also have a Go Green Club that helps the whole companies to promote recycling and so on and so forth. Then we have singing club and so on and so forth. So, and we also have organized many sports to make sure that all our people mentally and physically healthy, like yoga, like mindfulness class, sports, and so on and so forth. And of course, occasionally we also bring people to the natures to do self-reflections, and to retain wisdoms. And internally, we have this art corner where to give people a place to come down and to do reflections. And also we have all these gratitude cards, and on the gratitude card you see many Jingsi that will be able to make gratitude a culture and a daily habits. We want everyone, and we hope everyone will express their thankfulness every day. And in our companies, you will see Jingsi everywhere in every corners, because we believe that Jingsi can generate a lot of positive energies, and we aim to make the companies full with these positive energies. And then, we believe that if we can bring our people to see suffering and recognize blessings, know your blessing, cherish them, and saw more blessings. So we always grab the opportunity when there's something happen, unwanted happen, like the disaster. We will actually mobilize our people to help the communities so that they can see this. They can find the joy of helping others. We grab almost every opportunities, like the Julu floods, like the Kelantan events that I'm going to share you later. So this is the pinning fruit. We also mobilize almost 1/3 of our people every day for a week to go to this place to clean up, and help out. You can see their face, they're all smiling face, despite the fact that some complain that they're so tired, after that, but they feel so joyful. And we just grab all the opportunity, because we believe that, like what Master Chen Jenn said, when the unfortunate cannot find help, those who are blessed must go to them. And we found that this was able to cultivate our people to be able to serve the needy. Even though, as you can see, that they didn't wear the Tzu Chi uniform, they only use ViTrox, they only wear ViTrox uniform, but they do the same thing like many of the Tzu Chi volunteers. And we also go to the communities to help others people. And I'm going to show you a video that we captured during a disaster release that we joined force with Tzu Chi. This was badly hurt by flood. Decided that 36 of us from the state enter the bus.
爱是看不见的语言，爱是摸不到的感觉，爱是我们小小的心愿，希望你平安快乐永远。爱是让震后的喜悦。
让 Just to spread the love to many people in the world. So that is on the charity parts, but we don't stop that. We, on a day-to-day basis, we also put a lot of this bamboo bank around the entire organization, and we encourage our people to put some money every day in the early mornings, and to wow that they are able to help the needies every day in the mornings. And even our visitors, our customer, when they see this bamboo bank, and after we explain to them what this means of this bamboo bank, they would always will take up some money and make a donations on the spot. So we create a very unique and different culture. Even customer visitors, they all buy in whenever we tell them the story behind that we start a day with a good deed, and hopefully to make the world a better place. And we also have a corners, we call it Shift World, a resale program, where we also ask all our employees to bring us the belongings that they do not want, so that we can resell it to people that need this. And now we have a corners in our organizations to sell all this at very, very low price, that any monies that we gain from this selling program will use for charities. Apart from charities, we also pay a lot of attentions on education, just like Tzu Chi. We participate in many events, especially to inspire all the young generations about science and technologies, because we believe that if science and technologies are in a good hands, then we can help to make this world a much better place. So we participate in many of these events, such as the Penang International Science Fair, where our engineers spend times to explain to them and about technologies, about our machine, and how a machine help other people and help customers to solve problems. And also our engineers play with all these young students to build something inspiring, so that to inspire them, one day in the future they want to make something to help the humankind. And we also want to make a ViTrox and a place where we call home. So if it is a home, then we want to make sure that everyone come to this place will be able to gain a lot of wisdoms and happiness and do meaningful things. That is what we want to pursue. Like what Jing Si said, how can everyone be able to sleep slowly, eat happily, laugh joyfully, and work healthily? So that is how we build an organization. First thing first, we make it into a home, just like Tzu Chi. Whenever we go to Tzu Chi, we found that everyone is our brother and sisters, and they're full of love and joy. And that's what we want to turn ViTrox into. We use what Tzu Chi have taught us and apply across in the organization by showing our care to each and everyone in the organization. We also put a lot of efforts to turn our workplace into a place that we can live in harmony with the natures. As you can see here, we have a V farm, and also the herbs gardens, and we also have this green environments, green constructions, and we design the building in such a way that we can actually channel the air automatically to the building, so that can save a lot of aircon consumptions. And the routes we use a breathable interlocking pavements like Tzu Chi. And there's a lot of green landscape. Also, we use solar panels to power about 1/4 of the electricity of the entire buildings. And also we practice recycling of waste and many others. Our aims is to build a conducive and green workplace. This is some of the internal corner, which is a clean, minimalist, and very open in natures. And also we, um, oh, sorry, we also want to create an environment in the industry parks where it was quiet, calm, so that people can release their stress, can have a cup of coffee or tea and read books. And we bring virtually we bring the entire Jingsi humanistic space into the industry parts, and we create a ambience of this space in our factories. Many factories, they use the space for production, but we turn almost half of the floor into a Jingsi humanistic space, so people can relax here, people can work from this place. And we also use this place to conduct a lot of sharing. And in one of the corners, you will be able to see lotus flower blossoming, growing. And because we believe that, like lotus flower will grow out of the mud and soil. And we have these renewable energies. As I mentioned, we save a lot of energy through solar power. And on top of that, as a technology company, we also use technologies to monitor all the important resources usage, such as the electricity. And by monitoring the electricity, we are able to know which area actually consume more electricity, and so that we can do something to reduce it. We make use of the technologies and what we know to preserve the resources, the scarce resources, be it electricity or water in the organizations. We also monitor all the very important parameters, such as the water parameters, the electricity parameters, and the temperatures, the humanities, all are done automatically through our products. This will help us to really create a conducive and at the same time and green workplace. And I also want to share with you about what Sister Chu Jenn mentions about vegetarianism. We have started vegetarianism in the companies about 5-6 years ago. Personally, the first day when I joined the Tzu Chi entrepreneur camp, and after listening to Master Chen Yan teachings, I decided to turn into vegetarian about 10 years ago. And my whole family is also a vegetarians. But I decided that we should actually start vegetarian in the company. So many years ago, about 5-6 years ago, we started the vegetarian one meal a day. But slowly we turned into 2 days and 3 days, and eventually we decided to hire our own chef and cook for our people, so that we are able to maintain the quality of the vegetarian meal, at the same time to provide nutrition, the needed nutrition for all our people. And we also take this opportunity of this pandemics, where in Malaysia we have implemented the motion control order, where all restaurants are forced not to be able to open at that time. So we grab this opportunity and return these vegetarian meals into every day from Monday to Friday, so that everyone do not need to go out for their lunch, but we provide a free vegetarian, free, healthy, and delicious vegetarian meal. And as you can see here, we will not only provide the free vegetarian meal, but we plant our own vegetables in our factory, the open space area, and we prepared. I'll prepare the ingredients and the food ourselves. And this is also a great opportunity for our people, to work as a volunteers. Many of them are managers and engineers, but we provide a systems where they are able to willingly do the voluntary service in our factories. As you can see, this is our ViTrox organic farm, and we also provide a vegan corners where our people don't have to go to the market to buy vegetables. They can actually buy the vegetables in in the factories, and because we have many working mothers, so they can actually buy vegetables, fruits in campus. And we also turn these activities into team buildings and voluntaries. You can see all our engineers, managers also involved in preparing the meal themselves, and after that, we all enjoy a very delicious vegetarian lunch together. So this is some of the scenes in that, and all our managers need to volunteer themselves um, by applying for this service. And to our surprise, the queue for applying for volunteerism in our companies are very long. They have to book months ahead. Somehow this event create as this other system have so successful that we have actually managed to attract many people to volunteer themselves in many of these activities, including serving in our cafeteria. As you can see here on the right, this is one of our senior managers. He used to be non-vegetarians, and he suffered with a lot of problem with his body. But then one day he decided, because of we offer vegetarian meal, he started to start on a vegetarian meal, one meal a day, and after that he completely become a vegetarian, and now he continue to share his experience and always come and to help as a volunteer in our organizations. And as you can also see here, these are two of my senior VB vice presidents. Their business is over 100 millions every year, but they also take their time off to serve all our people during lunchtime. They serve first before they can have their own meal. So this is the cultures that we are trying to put this Buddhism in actions in every daily activities. And of course, like Tzu Chi, also after meal, we're going to wash our own plates, includes our VIP visitors. On the left, and as you can see here on the left, this is actually a Deputy Minister of Industry Trade in Malaysia, a former Deputy Minister. And they know about how we run our daily activity. He was so kind that also wash his own dish after the meal. And doing that, we do some calculation, and we realize that for the year of 2020, we have served close to 100,000 meals, and that saved up to 138 millions of gallons of waters, and reduced the carbon emissions of over 300,000 kilograms, and helped to save 93 square meters of forest. But most importantly is that through these small actions of providing 500 and more people vegetarian meal, one meal a day, we are able to save 33,000 lives together as ViTroxians. And when this program started, we only have about 50% people actually takes vegetarian meal, but end of last year, we are able to achieve 75%, and today actually I believe it's more than 80%. And we also take the opportunities that every year when it comes to October 13, we not only prepare vegetarian, but we also invite all our suppliers to join us for this very precious event. We prepare a very delicious vegetarian meals to serve a free vegetarian meal, not only to serve our own people, but also for our suppliers, to thank them for their support during the year. But at the same time, we also organize some charity and donation drive, to support Tzu Chi and to support the people in need. And to our surprise, all our suppliers are willing to chip in to help up on this activity. So it achieved two purposes. We promote the vegetarians amongst all our supply chain, and at the same time to inspire them to help the people in need. And also we bring them a line tour to introduce the companies to many of the suppliers and their colleagues and friends. And last year, we also organized a 20 years anniversary, and where we invite our government officers, our key customers and supplier, and we help a vegetarians dinner for them, because our master Shangren said, we need to promote the vegetarian lunch, and we take this opportunity to promote and why, to tell all our VIPs why vegetarian is so important. And during the event, we also successfully raised over $1 million to help many organizations. In one event, we are able to save 54 animal life being vegetarians. Also, these are the donations that we have collected, not only by companies, but we always invite all the entrepreneurs, our suppliers to chip in as well as our employees to contribute to the societies, to the hospitals, to charities, to schools, and many of the NGOs. So last but not least, we also encourage our people to do more for the society through technologies, like what Master Chen have told me, that how we can make a coal methods to warm machines to help the humankind. Also, as Jin Si mentions, knowledge does not equal wisdom, for it takes wisdom to benefit humanities. And with that in mind, we also, about 2 years ago, we also started to look into how to use robots, artificial intelligence and vision systems to help in agriculture. And this is the big area that we are venturing into right now. We design robots that help agriculture by leveraging our core competency of vision systems and skilled engineer in designing new next level of farming machines and equipments. These are some of the equipments that are in progress, that one day, hopefully in the near future, we will be able to uplift the life of many farmers in Malaysia and around the world. We also make use of the technologies to make the farming, to improve the yield of the agricultures by monitoring all the critical and process parameters. So these are still work in progress, but we have a young engineers and his team are so passionate that how they can make use of the technology to help many people. Hunger will be a big issue in the world in the near future, and we hope that through technologies and compassion, we are able to contribute to the larger populations in the world. And because we also make use of a lot of technologies to make sure that the yields are really good. And also want to take this opportunity to share with you. Last year, there's a big pandemic, COVID-19, and Malaysia also suffered with the pandemic, and we have the lockdown last year, March, and as a company, we take the swift actions first to safeguard and protect the life of our people, and visitors, and subsequently to bring back livelihood. And we have done that with gratitude, respect, and love, and at the same time to help and serve others with empathy. And we urge each and every one of our people to have self-discipline and act safely during this time, to wear masks, wash hands, and warm others when they have the close contact with one another. With that, we are able to safeguard the life of our people, and at the same time to continue to run our business adhering to the enhanced SOP come up by the government. So we have done a temperature measure, we provide free masks to our people, and we continue to provide awareness and educations to our people to make sure that we are free from the infection. We are so grateful that for the past almost 2 years, we have zero workplace infections. I'm not sure whether that is due to the vegetarian meals that we provide to every one of our people, or because of our enhanced SOP, or because our people are disciplined with our ISCG culture. Everyone listens and we work together as one during this very difficult time. So We also practice volunteerism. We mobilize our people to help one another, to distribute the masks, to provide the meal, to segregate the people during the lunch, and with very limited resources, because we need to maintain a good physical distance. Half of the people actually work from home. So these volunteers are willing to come back and help to maintain a good operation in the organization. And as a company, we also provide insurance to our people. We also provide financial aid to those ViTroxians that if their family are facing some difficulty during this time, because we really need to help them during these difficult times. And we also go out to help the community. We donate many of the PPE to hospital, to school, to ensure that we can come out from this pandemic as quickly as possible and provide a very good support to the frontliners. For example, recently we also donated many these humidifiers through Tzu Chi to hospitals in Penang when the pandemics become very serious. And we, of course, we also participate to clean up space, to safeguard and to provide facilities for the homeless people, and so on and so forth. So these are some of the activities that we have conducted over the last 2 years to help the communities. And we not only that, we also encourage our suppliers, other entrepreneurs to come together to help schools, help the frontliner as well. So these are many of the events that we have done over the past 12 months. And we are also fortunate that we decided to offer a vaccination program to every of our staff last week. And it is not free, we have to pay for it. But we decided to go ahead and get everyone in the company vaccinated, and we organized a vaccination event and send every of our employee for this program, including our cleaner, including our security guard, and everyone get vaccinated. And in this event also, we recruit many volunteers. As you can see here, Dr. Bach is our eldest volunteers. He already took the jab, but he decided to came early to the venues and support this event and give advice to each and every one of our staff. And you can see also we prepare a lot of meals, refreshment for our team during this event. So our ultimate goal is that how can we actually care and love for people, things, and the natures, and to become a role models, companies that can provide a good job opportunity and conducive working environment that to make Malaysia a better place. And our bigger aims is to become a lasting role model, a tianfan of a great technology and well-being organization to make the world a better place through integration of technology and humankind. So that is what we are trying to do. And we have a 10 years plan now to grow, and we have our own universities. One day in the near future, our ultimate goal is to building the future with technology, compassion, and humanism. And our purpose is to contribute to the advancements of the society and well-being of humankind through compassionate innovation. And that is my entire sharing for today. And I feel so grateful to Tzu Chi and Master Chen Yan giving me a new life and a company, a new life in the last 10 years. And this is my, I feel grateful and thankful to all Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. And it is my hope that we can actually bring more companies and corporations to adopt this Tzu Chi way, so that we have more role models that are able to help to make this society harmonious and bring the world free from disasters. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Brother Chu, for wonderful sharing. I never grow tired of sharing by Brother Chu because it's always very refreshing, and also, you know, how he brings humanity into a very cold corporate. Actually, it's not easy, but he actually does it. I'm so grateful to Brother Chu for his wonderful sharing and can benefit. Today, I think we have almost 200, 240 people actually participate in this today in this sharing. Wonderful Brother Chu.